You are lifted. You are the head and not the tail. Above you will prevail, my beloved. Fulfill the book, fulfill your prophecy. Joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Your joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Your joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. There's a place for you in prophecy. Your story's told in prophecy. Praise the Lord, step up.
Oh, dear.
I open to you the book of prophecy. I'll be glad to you what the Lord is. Every tribe shall live again. So don't despise the word of prophecy. Joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Your joy in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Joy will come. Tears may last for will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Oh, oh, this is the prophecy. This is the prophecy. Joy in the morning. Tears may last for the night. Your joy will come in the morning. Tears may last for the night.
Your joy will come in the morning. That it says that even though the cry or the sorrow may last for the night, but joy come in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever the time is on your side. We plate that afternoon that we have to put together from the other side from our guest as we have been trying to connect to him. We just managed to get through to him. Thanks to everyone joining us. It's going to be a lovely time. Sorry, Mr. Finayon, can you please sit at the middle of the phone so that you can be at the middle? Don't sit at the extreme edge. Please, thank you very much. Everyone joining us, thank you very much.
Okay.
Make it a bit more.
Is it good? Okay. All right.
Thank you very much, everyone joining us. It's going to be a lovely time in the program today, and you are going to have a lovely time in this program. We're going to put him on the spotlight. We're going to have a conversation around his work, around what he have been able to do for himself. So please share this program. I'm expecting a lot of people to connect. We are live now on the African Portal Radio TV International here in Victoria, South Africa. Let me use this time to welcome everyone to this hour. Everyone listening to us all over the world, we welcome you to this beautiful time on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's going to be a lovely time. Let me take time to greet everyone all over the world, wherever you are listening to me. Jumila Ashe Moloi, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To everyone in Central Africa, Barisa, to everyone in Central Africa, Bonjour to every French-speaking country in Africa. We salute and we welcome every one of you to this beautiful time on the African Portal Radio TV, your one-stop media house where everyone has a say. So we're going to have a conversation with one of our very own in the studio. Patrice Finayon is already with me in the studio that we are going to be having this conversation together. Let me take time to allow you to introduce yourself to my listeners, where you are, who you are, and the position you hold in the society.
Okay, good afternoon. This is afternoon here in Lagos, Nigeria, and my name is Finayon. The full name is Asogba Joseph Finayon Patrice. I was born in Porto Novo, Benin Republic, in West Africa, and after some few years, I moved from Benin to Lagos, Nigeria, where I have been since then up till now. And I've been doing music from my childhood. I actually started music from Benin till now, and moving to Nigeria, continued. I became a Christian. Of course, I was not a Christian when I was not born in a Christian family, and then I became a Christian when I here in Lagos, Nigeria, and till now, we're doing music till now.
So, Father, thank you very much. I'm so delighted to have you on board. All the way from Porto Novo in Republic of Benin, and now you're based in Lagos. You said you are not a Christian before you get to Lagos, and at the same time, you've been in the music from Benin. What kind of music you sing in Benin? Because you said you are not a Christian. What kind of music are you singing in Benin? And when do
Okay,
you discover yourself?
I really wish that our African parent can really discover and search for, observe the talent and the direction the child is going at a very tender age. My parent did not see that, and I didn't know that I would be doing music. And then I was playing while I was in school, because I was in school then in Benin, and I was playing with the traditional community band, and I used to play percussion for them then, and that almost affected my schooling at that time. And then, of course, so my family were not Christians; we were worshiping the traditional worship, of voodoo. Before I eventually moved to Nigeria in search of greener pasture, and then when I became to Nigeria, then I became Christian in Nigeria here, Lagos, Nigeria here. And then I began to play in the church, and then evolve and evolve and evolve and evolve till today.
No, I like what you say. Let me quickly expand this a bit because I like your story. You are giving me a very interesting aspect of the whole narrow. I mean, from where you are coming from your background, you are not a Christian. You worship. You are ancestral worshiper. But you also play music, but you play it in an ancestral way and a traditional way and stuff like that. You even said that it also affects your education. Let me quickly touch to the line of history because what you are saying is very, very crucial to me. Reason is that when you are moving from Republic of Benin to Nigeria, you never have it at the back of your mind that you are going to become a gospel singer. You never have that thought in your mind. You are just
no.
moving down to Nigeria
Yes.
to come and search for a greener pasture in Nigeria. But
Yes.
all your mind is that let me go to Nigeria, let me go and hustle so that I can better my life and better my
That's right.
family's life
That's
as
right.
well. But getting to Nigeria, the story changed. You become a Christian, then you become a gospel singer. Okay, let me take you back to the line of history when you were born and when you are growing up. What kind of music, what kind of instrument do you play then when you are playing in a traditional way? What kind of music, what kind of instruments do you play then?
I was playing the percussion, that is the conga. I was playing the conga at that time for them in the community band. I'm talking about way back as 1983, 1984, 1982, 1985. Was the last time I played with them. So it was conga. I was playing the percussion. I was playing conga with the band, the community band at that time. And while I was doing that, I was also going to school. And the time was clashing with my studies and studies. The class time was really clashing, and it was really about to affect my studies. So then I didn't make my papers. I just said, okay, since I didn't make my papers, let me move to Nigeria. My family, my parent, my dad was saying, okay, let's move. We can go to Nigeria now and then move on from there.
I like what you say. Okay, let me take you a bit further from the what we are discussing. You play a conga, which is percussion of in a traditional way. Do you still remember the kind of song you used to sing then? And do you still remember how things used to be then? Can you give us a kind of scenario? What exactly? Give us some scenario of how it used to be.
I'll try to, I'm trying to, because it's a long time. This is over 30 years plus now. This is over 30 years. So I can't really remember most of those, but I can, if I hear the music, I can say, okay, this was the music I was playing when I was in Benin. But I'll just give you an example. For example, this diva, Angelique Kidjo. Angelique Kidjo, she fusioned most of the Benin traditional music into the Afro pop and the pop, and then mix it. That's what you hear from most of Angelique Kidjo's sound. So if you can, I'm just giving you an example of Angelique Kidjo's music. Because she also come from Benin. She also came. So that style of music, that sound of music, but on a traditional way, with our dialect. That's what we're playing before I moved to Nigeria. And then I began to listen to pop and then learning how to speak English, because I was not speaking English. When I came into Nigeria in 1985, I was not speaking English. I had to learn how to speak English. I had to go back to school. I went to school here in Nigeria as well again. And to now, I'm grateful to God to the journey so far.
No, I like that. I like to say, because definitely Benin is not an English speaking country. It's French speaking country. We're still gonna get there, because you're still gonna speak some French on this program.
Oh
You're still
my
gonna speak
goodness.
some French on this program. And outside that, let me quickly do this. Let's quickly talk a bit about your school, the school that you attend when you are in Benin, and what is life look like in Republic of Benin compared to Nigeria? Why do you choose Nigeria to be better than Republic of Benin?
It's not that I choose Nigeria to be better than Benin. Like I said, I was playing with the band, and by then I was in my doing my elementary education. I think I'm a primary six then, and then I was supposed to sit for an exam, which I didn't make it to the college then. I was going to the college, so I didn't make it to the college because of the activities of the band and so on and so on. I could not concentrate on my studies like I'm supposed to concentrate on my studies. So when that happened, that I didn't make it, I could not go to the college. My dad said, okay, you can now go to Nigeria and then struggle to survive. Not because I prefer the education in Nigeria to the education in Benin, because I was not able to make my papers to move on ahead on my education in Benin. Then I moved to Nigeria. to struggle and then do something else, we do a trade or learn an artisan or something. That was what I thought I could do. I would do, but when I came here, the whole story changed. So it wasn't that I preferred the education here. No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't that I preferred the education
What,
here.
what is the name of the school? What is the name of the school you attend in the Republic of
My
Benin?
school then was called the Bas de Bois. It was a village setting. It was a community setting. So it was called the Bas de Bois. Yeah, it called the Bas de Bois. I'm talking about in the 80s,
That
in
is.
the 70s.
Is that the same name the school is still bearing up to now, or the
No,
name
no,
has
no, no,
changed?
no, no. A lot of changes have happened. A lot of
Mm.
changes have happened. So the school does not. The system has changed. The educational system has changed from that time till now. Even right now, Benin system of education has really changed. So when I go home, I once in a while I visit Benin. Everything looks strange to me. Everything looks strange to me.
Mm, mm, mm.
Everything looks
Have
strange
you
to me.
managed to visit have you managed to visit the school back after when you left Benin and you go back to Benin? Have you visited that school back?
Normally, I thought that, to be sincere with you, the last time I was in Benin was in 2011, and I actually took my crew from here from Nigeria with the camera and everything to go and shoot a video with a friend of mine. Then that was 2011 December, so it was a busy period. I passed the school, but to be sincere with you, I hardly recognized the school because imagine so many years, over 30 years, I could hardly
Mm,
recognize the school, and but it was a busy Christmas festive period, so the school was not on session at that time, so I could not, I did not see any student. But I look at the school, and oh my goodness, things has really changed. Yeah,
Okay, good. We are just laying the foundation. You left Republic of Benin to Nigeria in 1985, and you
yeah.
only visit. I mean, you only go back to Republic of Benin 2011.
Oh, that
Okay,
was the last time. That was the
let's
last time.
quickly.
That was the last time.
That
Before
was the
then,
last time that
yeah.
you.
Before then, I go once in 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. So since 2011, I've not been there again till now. Yeah,
You've not been there again till now,
yeah.
so automatically you are now in Nigeria.
That's right.
You
By
enjoy
adoption.
Nigeria. Nigeria have
That's
become
right.
home. Okay,
That's
now
right.
let's take it a bit further. Let's take it a bit further. When you are growing up, how is your growing up look like? How's the family settings look like? What are the things that you learn when you are growing up within your family?
Well, I was born in a polygamous home, and we know that you have a lot of wives, like the African settings, and you have a lot of children. I had a lot of siblings, and some of them are here in Nigeria, some are in Benin as well. And then it was a nice time. The sound of music, because I was so much into music. My parents, my grandfather, my father, his brothers, they are all always doing me listening to different kind of music in Benin, and there's so much of sound. And then my uncles will come to Nigeria, then introduce us to reggae music, that's Bob Marley, and play all of those. Then I listen to Oliver the Coke, I listen to Michael Jackson, I listen to so many sound of the English countries. So but it was fun. Then you have end of the year parties, soiree in those days in Benin. It was always nice time, and then it was the revolution time, during the Kirikou era. So the schooling was also different completely. We go to school in the morning, we come back home by 12 noon, we go back to school again by 1 o'clock, come back again by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. So the lot of it was a wonderful time, but the time has changed, and the system has really changed. When I go to Benin now,
Hmm,
I'm a stranger. They look at me like a strange person. I look at the
hmm,
whole thing, everything, like what is going on. But of course, they see me. They think I'm a Nigerian whenever I go there. But I tell them I'm Benoit. Of course, I still speak Benin dialect, and I still speak a little bit of French. So it's interesting.
hmm,
Yeah.
hmm. Okay, thank you. That is exactly where I'm going to. That is exactly where I'm trying to put your leg to. And I like that. I like the reason. I mean, I like that you actually bring it out. What language do you speak in Benin? And can you speak part of, can you speak a bit of it for us?
In Benin, you have lots of languages, and but they are major ones. You have the Fon, which is FON. That is number one dialect most people speak. Beside French, because French is the official language. So after French, you have Fon. That is FON, and then you have the Yorubas. There are Yorubas in Benin. Yeah, I can. I'm not very good. I'm trying to speak that, but I'm not very good at that. So I can speak a little bit of. I can still speak a little bit of French and a little bit of Fon up till now. Yeah.
Can you speak a bit of fun for us? Let's hear. Can you speak a bit of fun?
Okay.
Let me see what you can say in
Okay.
fun.
Let me do something in my new EP. No visunu, no vionu, sogbetoe na Jesus. Sogbetoe na Jesus. And I'm blowing up. Banana FIFA willow. So I just spoke Fon, and then of course French. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to. Comment je m'appelle Finayon. Je suis un Béninois, mais j'étais grandi au Nigeria ici, Lagos, le Nigeria. Merci beaucoup. So I just spoke both of languages.
Merci,
My little.
merci, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. Let me take you back. You mentioned something now. You said that there are Yorubas as well in
Yes,
Republic of
yes,
Benin.
yes.
There are Ajashes and stuff like that. Can you speak a bit of it?
Oh my goodness, I am not good at Yorubas. I'm not good at no, let me try the Nigerian because you see the language differs. The Yoruba that is spoken here in
Mm.
Lagos, Nigeria, is completely different from what they speak in Benin Republic. Even
Tell
though
me.
there might be some words and usage of or grammar that they might understand, but there's some different. For example, I can't speak, the one they speak in Benin. For example, I can try the one I hear here in Lagos. Ishe Oluwa kò lè bàjẹ́ o. Ishe Oluwa kò lè bàjẹ́ o. Kò lè bàjẹ́ o. Kolebajao. So that is Nigerian Yoruba, but I'm not very good at the Yoruba they speak in Benin. But I'm sure what I just spoke,
Okay.
they will understand. They will understand that is in Benin Republic. They will understand the Yoruba there. They
Mm, mm,
understand.
mm.
Mm.
I hear you. I hear you. You know, music is a universal language, and
That's right.
you sing in Yoruba now. You sing in Yoruba now, but you find it difficult to speak Yoruba. But you can sing in Yoruba. Okay, but let me take you back to the of history. When you get back to Lagos, which school do you attend in Lagos, and how do you come across English that you are speaking now?
Okay, when I came into Lagos, Nigeria, like I told you, I came to searching for a greener pasture, and then I was a domestic servant, that is a houseboy. At the time, I was doing that. Then God, in His infinite mercy, favored me, and those that I was working with said, "No, you have to go back to school," because they saw the passion for education. It means so much. So they decided to put their money beside the salary they were paying me, and they said, "Okay, we want to put you in school." So I was enrolled in a brilliant academy, brilliant best academy. It was in Akoka, Lagos, Akoka Yaba in Lagos here. So there I was doing school and was a private lesson. I did that till I left there, and then I did secretarial studies. I did shorthand. I did typing and typewriting and all those days. Till now. Yeah. Then after some time,
Mm,
I worked. I
mm,
worked in the office. I began to work in that was 1994. Yeah, I worked in the office for a year. But the calling to do music was so strong, and the the work for the Lord was so strong. So in 1995, I resigned my office work and I began to work in the church office. So I was working as a secretary to my pastor then in 1995. Then I kept on doing that, and kept on doing that till now. So it's been from place to place in Nigeria. They invite me to different part of Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria, in the capital city Abuja, and so on. I've been privileged to sing in even the presidential program and so on. So
Villa.
that is just till today. That's just it. So that's the educational background I had here in Lagos, Nigeria, till today. Yeah.
I've done. I mean, I managed to do some research about you. I tried to look at your music career, and I see that you are doing very well, and your music is very, very interesting. A lot of people are connected to your music career. But let me
Thank
take you
you.
back to how do you come across music when you get to Nigeria, and how do you see music outside the Christianity?
Well, hmm. Well, I didn't know I was going to do music. I didn't know I was going to do music. I was just schooling in Benin, and then but the passion was just driving. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it at that time. You know why I love to sing. I was writing songs. I'm talking about when I was 5, 6 years old. Then I was still in Benin. Then I was playing with the community band, like I said, and then I entered Nigeria. When I entered Nigeria, I've always loved music, and I've always loved Bob Marley music. I've always loved Michael Jackson. I've always loved Oliver the Coast, King Sunny Ade, Fela, and so on. So I've always loved those music, but I was not a Christian. So when I became a Christian, the whole scenario just changed, and then I began to do church music. And in the 80s, there was no so much gospel music. You know, in the 80s here in Nigeria, there were very few that were that I can remember right now. I think I remember demos that time. Then suddenly Pan and Pacific just came on the scene, and then everybody began to embrace Pan and Pacific, and that was dominating in the 80s, middle 80s till late 80s into 90s, and then the integrity music began to come on the scene, and then we began to know about Don Moen and Ron Canoli, and then in the late 90s, Kirk Franklin began to come on the scene, and that evolved, and then till now we have sort of influence from the Western world to us here. So, but in Nigeria here, and the gospel musicians, like I said, Panam came up in the 90s, I mean, in late 80s, 90s, and then some other few, Nigerian gospel singers were doing very well. We're hearing, and then right now, I think we can hear more of gospel artists here in Lagos, Nigeria, like Nathaniel Bassi, Frank Edward, Sinach, and so many. So it's been amazing, amazing, great sound, great music. Doing very well. Samuel Koso, doing very well. We're doing very well. We just need to. I think the challenge has always been the structure that has not been in place over the years. That has been a setback for us over here in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me quickly look at it. Which year exactly do you start your music career, gospel music career? Which year?
Okay, I did my first single was in 1997. Then I recorded I had challenge of finance, and because I was doing it all alone, and I recorded my first song in 1997 at the Charlie Boy Studio. So because of cash, I was not able to take my music from the studio. So that was cancelled. Then I started again in 1998. Began to record again. Then on December 1999 was the release of my first album. On the 5th of December 1999 was the release of my first album. Yeah, 1999. Yeah.
So, what is the title? What is the title of your first album?
The first album then was Messiah's Praise. That where you have songs like I'm glad, songs like Heal Our Land, songs like Mission 316. I remember Mission 316 because when I sang la 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 la, Then la 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 la. I'm trying to go back to way back, very way back. La 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 la. Then I used to be on TV and doing very well then, but we didn't know all of the things we are knowing now, and thank God for the social media platform that helped a lot of talent to ease the burden of pushing music and promoting music. So the challenge has been so huge, but today is becoming a little bit easier. Yeah, becoming easier. So
Mm,
so those
mm,
are
mm.
those are the few of the tracks I did in the 1999, and then in the when I released my first album, 1999. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, which of your albums is so popular that people are now calling you here and there, Fana here, Fana there, to the extent that I saw that you actually performed for the Vice President Yemi Oshibajo. I saw the clip and I saw the picture you took there. Which of your music make you so popular that you have opportunity to share such a great stage with the great
Okay.
men and women?
Now I've been privileged to also receive some awards, some music award here in Nigeria. I in 2008 I received the Nigerian Youth Merit Award in Abuja, and then I received World for Peace Youth Award also. Then in 2012 was the boom. That is the song you just played now, Joy Cometh, Prophecy. That song was everywhere I go to. I'm always playing, singing the song, and up till now, I still playing the song and singing the song and playing the song. So people inviting me in different churches, different Christian organizations, different places. Even in Abuja, I still perform that song. So that song really, really pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. And through that
Hmm.
song, I got invitation to come to Abuja for uh, a long time, a long praise chain where you have a lot of musicians from Lagos and coming to Abuja and doing the marathon praise for the nation in the month of May 2016. Yeah, I was a chain of praise for the nation. We did. I was part of it. So that was it. That was it. It was prophecy. The song was amazing. The song "Joy Will Come in the Morning." That song was just it. That song was just it.
Okay, let me quickly go back to that song. Let's hear a bit of that song because that is the song that opened the door, and that is the song that make you to become who you are now. That is the song that puts you on the spotlight, and that is the song that make people to know that oh, there is a great musician in Nigeria, all the way from Republic of Benin, based in Lagos, doing well for himself, and his music is cut across all Africa because you are now on the African Portal Radio. A lot of people are listening to your music all over the world. Let's hit hear a bit of that song. Let's play one of your track. Let's enjoy it before we continue on this conversation.
Okay, that is another song.
Is it still part of your music?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, okay.
I came to give to you prophecy. Only believe in prophecy. Cause everything we made and everything
is just a taste for everyone listening to us. If you have not opportunity to get that song, you can go to the YouTube, you can go and download it. That song is available. We are going to give you where you can get it. If you are listening to us all over the world, please share this program. This is the African Portal Radio TV International, coming to you live from Pretoria here in South Africa. We have a lot of things we need to do on this program this hour. We have some birthday celebration as well that Finayon is going to sing for them. He's going to sing for our celebrant as well. You're going to prove to us that truly you are a musician and you can also pull the music together. We're going to do that as well before we get out of this show. So a lot of things is going to happen. Those of you sharing notes, sharing this program, thank you very much for sharing it. But sit tight, listen to it, enjoy it. It's going to be a lovely time. I hope your song Joy is coming in the morning. I have a good news for you. I know yesterday is very terrible. I know you slept last night without food in the house. I know you have parents. I know things is not being easy. I understand that. But I have a good news for you. And the news is from the song that I just played for you. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. Father God say and they prophesy that the joy is coming in the morning. Father God, let me quickly quote you on this. What is going on in your mind when you song together? And what prophecy in times such as this?
Can you take that again? I didn't hear that.
What is going on in your mind when you are putting that song together?
Oh, okay.
And why prophecy time such as this? Why prophecy time such as this?
You know, I've been writing songs for a long time, and I've been writing songs even when I was not a Christian. So when I became a Christian, I kept on writing, and then I began to write in English. I write in French, I write in my dialect, and then I write in English. And I was in a gathering. I was in a garden in Ikeja, Lagos, and I went a meeting, and then we had a guest from South Africa. I can't remember the pastor name right now, and he was preaching about the purpose of God in our life and the place we have to fulfill assignment, to fulfill the call of God over our life, to fulfill the plan that God has for us, and that everybody on the face of this earth has a plan, or there's a plan that he or she must follow and they must fulfill. So I began to pen it down and write it down, from that teaching, and then I began to write down. At first, I didn't want to write it because I was being skeptics about prophecy, because of a lot of misunderstanding and misinterpretation of prophecy. And so I was being careful that I don't want to go into this debate or this argument of prophecy. But the things just kept coming. So I was writing. I came to give to you prophecy, because everything were made and everything will be by prophecy. Taking it to the beginning, that God said, let there be light. He was speaking, he was declaring, he was prophesying, and it came to be. And that is the way I was seeing it at that time. And then I now capture everything, the look. Even if it's gloomy yesterday, joy is coming in the morning, having nothing to do with AM or PM. It has to do with the timing of God, And God is not in AM and God is not in PM. God is not in our timing. He's never in our timing. And when it's his own timing, everything just happens. So that was the basic idea of the whole song. And that song has really, really pushed me. I received a MySpace.com award in 2012 also for the song, because there was a lot of download at that time of the song. And that it's amazing. It's amazing. The song is, even myself, I sit down at home and I listen as if I'm not the one that sang the song or wrote the song. I'm always encouraged and inspired. Yeah.
Let me quickly take you back to where you're coming from, your background, and connecting to the prophecy, the song that's become that go viral, that everybody's connecting to. When you are putting that song together with the scenario of what is going on in the world, about the prophecy, about what people say about the prophecy, because everybody just want to prophesy. What is your own personal understanding about the prophecy?
The truth is that prophecy is nothing but the word of God. What God has said, what God is saying, it's it's everything wrapped up in the holy book, the Bible. Anything that contradicts the holy book, for me, is not a prophecy. So basically, everything I said in the song, both the first verse and the second verse and the chorus, everything is wrapped up in the holy book, the Bible. So that is my view of prophecy. Of course, God can use a man of God. If God can use anybody, of course, God even used a donkey to speak to a prophet in the Bible. So God can use anything. God can use anybody to speak. But of course, He has chosen some people that He places His hand upon and places grace upon to talk to us, and they are genuinely called by Him to do these things, not manipulating or deceiving people. And because of the fact that there's noise, so much noise about prophecy out there, and people are being people misunderstand the real meaning of prophecy, the exact meaning of what God is saying to us. If you search the scripture, you will see it very clear. Every now and then, everything points to one direction: that He died on the cross, that He died to shed His blood, and He's coming to take us back. And you can't run from that. No matter how the reality dawns on us, everything that's happening in the world today points to that direction, whether you take it or you don't take it. So that's just my view of prophecy. No, but blessing, God's grace, God's mercy pour on us when we embrace the written word of God, the written word in the holy book. You can't run from that. You just can't run from that. Everything is there, but we don't just want to take time and follow that principle, and then we just want to do our things. But every now and then, the written prophecy is hitting us on the face. Look at what is happening in the world today. So with all that, I wrote, of course, we are going to get, I'm very certain we are going to get to the end of all of this problem we are having today, in the world, which is affecting every economy in the world. I know we definitely get to the end. Of course, joy is coming. Joy is coming. Joy is coming because He's faithful. He's very faithful to His word.
Faithful. I like.
He's faithful to His
He's
word.
faithful to His word. Thank you
Mm.
very much for watching this program. Please kindly share the program, comment, and you can also call us on +277 If you want to join the conversation or you want to add to what Finayon is saying on this program, you can as well connect to this program. Finayon, let me quickly quote you from this. I like what you say about the prophecy, and I like how you explain it. But when you become Christian and you call your parents that you are now a Christian, what is the reaction of your
Oh,
parents
oh
regarding that?
my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, up till now, it's still a big challenge. It's still a huge challenge. I happen to be from a family that they actually worship snake. And in Benin, you have different family with different shrines. Virtually, almost every family has a shrine, and they pay homage to. And I didn't know all of this. I didn't know because I was a child when I left Benin, and my father has never really talked to me about this thing. But later, as I'm growing up, I began to know that okay, they worship snake and they worship all of those things. Different family with different worship, but the whole nation worship voodoo, which I believe voodoo worship is an official worship in Benin Republic. So when I became a Christian, I had to fight because in the 80s, there was no Pentecostal church in my community. There was not even one. You have to travel a long distance before you can find one small Pentecostal church. You've traveled a long distance, as long as almost 13 kilometers before you can find one Pentecostal church. So early in the morning, when I became Christian in the University of Lagos, here in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. So when I go to Benin, I go home in Christmas, during Christmas. I go there in the 80s, and I just shut myself indoor because there's nobody to relate to. Because everybody is talking about the shrine, they're talking about the festival, they're talking about what they are. So nobody is going to tell you anything from this Holy Bible, or nobody going to tell you about okay, you read Bible today. So I thank God, my father. I was the first child of my father, and I have my personal apartment. So I'll lock myself indoor. I'll be indoor praying and reading Bible. I'll be indoor praying from morning till night. My father will be complaining, "What is wrong? What is wrong? Is that how you would do in Nigeria?" I said, "No, it's not. That's not. I'm a Christian, born again. So what is born again? He doesn't know what is born again. Doesn't know what I saying. Of course, they don't understand. So I had to stay indoor, lock myself, especially when they're now doing the soiree. Because before I've been used to soiree. Soiree is the end of the year party. You have young boys and girls, having a hangout, and they do party and do all kind of things. So I can't fit into that system again. So I was hungry to learn about God and nobody to teach me about God. So I had to lock myself indoor. I was locking myself indoor almost till I come back to Nigeria. Then I will begin to go to church and begin to hear God's word again. So it was a very difficult time. And then they did not believe what I was doing. And then 1918, I became born again 1989. And then 1989, 1990, 1992, 93, 94, 95, I go home. Then the same thing repeat itself. And later over the year, then some missionary began to come to Benin and they began to preach the gospel to people from Cotonou down to the villages and then spreading to so right now you have a lot of Pentecostal churches there. You have quite some, not like before. So now you hear of the gospel every now and then. People are preaching the gospel. People are doing the gospel now. So it was a very tough time. Very difficult time for me when I became born again. And when I became a Christian in 1989. And was a very huge challenge for me. A huge challenge. Up till now, some of my siblings have become, follow my footsteps, but it's still a challenge because the family worship is still a struggle to come out of, because they don't have problem you going to your church. If you want to go to your church, you can go to your church and still go to call your Jesus and worship your Jesus. But you still have to, they still want you to come and pay homage to the shrine. And that is a big struggle. So when you say you are not doing that again, then that's where the battle is, which is what I'm still fighting up to today.
Okay, I like that, because the reason why you will be surprised why I threw that question to you. This is the African portal. Most of the time we make sure that what Holy Spirit lead us to say is what we ask. We are not just putting questions together, framing questions. No, we listen to what it is. What is the next thing to say? So I like what you say about that. But now that you say that the Pentecostal already taking place in where you come from, how is your parents, how are they responding to this now? Are they planning to let go of the oracles and the shrines of what they are worshiping? Or are you doing anything to make sure that you eradicate that from your family?
When I became born again in 1989, we had few friends of mine then that were, because I was in Lagos, Nigeria, so some of my friends were in Cotonou, and then they come from Cotonou down to the village, and then we go from house to house to do outreach. And so we were going from house to house in the evening time during the Christmas celebration and the New Year celebration. We go from house to house and we were preaching the gospel. I didn't even know how to do music like this now. So we go and preaching. So I was speaking English. I'll be preaching in English. Then they'll be interpreting in a dialect and in French. So I did that for quite some time. And my family they would just be laughing at me. My family did not, because when you are preaching the gospel, Jesus said that a prophet is not honored in his own hometown, in his own family. So my family did not, except over the years, few of my siblings have now embraced the gospel. But up to now, my parents are still struggling with that. They're still so stuck to their traditional worship. They don't believe in Jesus. Up to now, of course, I've been praying and praying over the years to today for them that they should become born again before they eventually demise. But that's in the hand of the Lord. I'm still praying for them. So, but we did a lot of evangelical work, a lot of outreach work in the early 80s and 90s, late 80s and 90s till now. Yeah, but now, thank God, the gospel has really spread. The Pentecostal churches from Nigeria here and some other part of the world have taken the good news to the country, and we have a lot of Pentecostal churches there. Even though there's still a threat to the gospel, there's still a threat, because when you are trying, they believe that you're trying to snatch their converts, snatch their members from their traditional worship and to bring them to Christianity. So they fight and all of those problems they're up to now. Yeah.
Okay, Finayon, let me quickly quote you on this, because this is the African portal. We have to also look at from the concept of Africanism. Okay, us look at this. What is your own understanding of language? I mean, of religion and the belief. What is your own understanding to that?
Well, the thing is, uh, it's been there long before we were born. It's been there for ages, hundreds of years. My father, my grandfather, my great grandfather, my great 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 grandfather, the whole country has been into worshiping of voodoo, and this has been there for hundreds.
Sorry to cut you there. I just want you to make it clear. Are you talking about the religion now? Because the question is, what is your own personal understanding of religion and belief? It's two things. It's two different things. Belief and the religion. Some people, they
Yeah.
are practicing it. Is their religion. That is their culture. That is their religion. That is what they believe in. But I mean, that is what they worship. But you have seen better, as you said that you have been in the light. So, what is your own
Hmm.
personal understanding of religion and belief?
It's the truth is that to be a Christian is not just about going to church, and it's not even a religion. That's just the truth. Because if it's a religion, I won't be a Christian. Yeah. If it's just religion, I won't be a Christian. I will be worshiping. I'll be worshiping what they were worshiping when I was in Benin. Because that's my brothers. Some of my family are still practicing what they are practicing up to today, and that is a religion. Now, I had encounter with the Lord. I mean, I it wasn't even someone coming to me to tell me the Bible or telling me about Jesus Christ. I was living in the University of Lagos with a professor then, who was my guardian in 1989. So then when they have gone to work or gone to the school, and I'll be alone in the house, I'll be reading and reading. So I had privilege to books. So I'll read books, and I had books of different religion, which I did not read, but I had books of Christian religion also, Christian faith. And I was reading those stories of Joseph, of Abraham, of Jacob, and how they had encounter with the Lord. And during those years, I also had encounter with the Lord. One of the nights, I had encountered the Lord with the Lord, and He talked to me and He said, "I want you to worship me all the days of your life. I want you to worship me
Hmm.
all the days of your life." That was in 1989 at the University of Lagos. And since that encounter in the middle of the night, I woke up in the morning. My whole life changed till today. And so it's not just a
Hmm.
religion. So I had an encounter with God that was keeping me. Even when I fall back and I make mistake, I still come back to myself, and I still come back to that consciousness that I had an encounter with someone that I can't explain, that is divine, that beyond human understanding. So it's not just about faith or Christian religion. If it's just religion, I will not be a Christian. I will be worshiping voodoo by now. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
had
Hmm. No, I
it's
like
a
what you say. That's exactly. No, that is exactly. I've get what I want to get from you. Because you say it's a different thing that somebody call you, somebody preach to you, somebody lead you to Christ. But you have a personal encounter. That is the area where I'm going to, and that is what I'm looking for. And I thank God
yeah.
that God reveal it. You have a personal encounter. It's a personal
Encounter.
thing. So you are like
Yeah.
a Saul. You are like a Saul of old. You remember Saul been persecuting the people of God, have been destroying them, killing them, even though he know what is not good, but still he's still doing it. But one day God met him one on one, and
That's right.
God transformed his life. So you
That's
have a
right.
personal encounter, and that is what transformed you to become who you become. That is not just by the way. Let's go back to your music career before we round up the show today. I love what you're saying. You've shared the stage with many great men of God. Which one of them have you shared the stage with that really impacted your life in music?
Wow. I've had encounter with a lot of great musicians. Um, a lot of them. I've been able to got privilege to share stage with Dr. Panampasi Paul himself. and then I've shared stage with Carrie's band. I've shared stage with Brother Martins. Of course, you know Brother Martins of the Mushulusha fame. I've shared stage with Brother Martins and so many great gospel artists. And then I've shared stage with other secular artists also, like Tubaba. I've shared stage with them. I've shared stage with him. I've met with him one on one. You know, when I was receiving the award in 2008, the Nigerian Youth Merit Award, my first award, the World Youth for Peace Award in 2008 in Abuja. We were together, myself and Tuaba were together, and we were together. So it was a nice time with Tuaba. It was amazing. You know, he's a very down to earth person, very simple person. He jokes, he plays. You know, I can't forget my time with Tuaba. It was a great time. It was a great time. So, and then I met with Lester Lewis of Jamaica, from Jamaica, of Jesus is the Winner Man. I met with Lester Lewis in Abuja also when I was in Abuja for the vice president program. I met with Lester Lewis. It was a nice time. These are great men, but they are very simple, down to earth personalities. Nice time with them. So yeah, so far.
At Abuja concert, which song do you render that day? How do you
You
feel
said,
that day?
please the
At
question again.
Abuja, at Abuja, when you have opportunity to
Yeah,
perform at
yeah,
the where the vice president, which
yeah.
of your song do you sing that day, and how do you
Okay.
feel inside you on that day?
Oh my God. You see, that experience I can never forget. I can never forget. I want to thank God for people like Bukola Olubono. That is the writer of Oh Yigi Yigi Oh, that song. Alabawi Eda. The writer Bukola Olubono was the one that connected me. She's an amazing woman of God. She's an amazing woman of God. I have a lot of respect for her. So she was one that connected me for the program with the vice president, and it was amazing. But we're not really a special number song because prophecy was great, was amazing. So it was a chain of worship songs, of different worship songs. So we were not really given time to do special numbers, but we were worshiping songs. So each artist will come on stage for 1 hour and then lead worship and praise for 1 hour. Then another artist will come for another 1 hour. It was a chain of worship for I think about weeks or so. I think it's in the Guinness Book of Record, uh, the longest praise and worship or something like that. So that was what we did for the country Nigeria. Yeah, so it wasn't really a special song, but I didn't write any song there. It was just worship songs to the Lord. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
Um,
Okay, thank you very much. I get what I need from there. Because you mentioned Bukola Olupono, you're going to get her to the African Portal. Because you mentioned her on this
yeah,
interview. You have to
yeah.
work to make sure that she gets to this
Definitely, I
program
know Mama will.
because she have a,
I know she will. I know she will.
no, she have a lot of she have a lot of questions to answer. So you have to get her to this program because you mentioned her. Okay, thank you very much, Finayo. Let's quickly look at the music in its own. You know, a lot of time people call themselves gospel singer, gospel singer, gospel singer. But if you look at their life and their conduct, it's not like they are not like there's no Christ-like attitude in them. But they always call themselves a gospel singer. But the gospel that they're saying preaching is not in their music. And why is it that the music of today is not staying long like the music of before? What is causing that? Those are the two questions I want you to attend to before we step out of this program.
Well, you know, uh, anybody can talk about God. Yeah, anybody can talk about God, and anybody can sing about God. Yes, anybody can sing about. So it doesn't necessarily have to be because I say I'm a gospel singer. Then I live the life. Some people can sing gospel, but they may not be living the life. Beside that, you know, um, uh, it's a beautiful thing when you have encounter with the Lord. Yeah, there's a change from inside first of all. Then as you walk with the Lord in the journey of your Christian faith, every now and then in the place of prayer, in the place of studying the Word of God and hearing the Word of God. And I'm not talking about because over the years it's been prosperity gospel, blessing gospel. God bless you, God. Of course, God blessing us. God blesses us every now and then. But that is not the drive. That is not the focus. God will always bless us. We are His children. That is not why we are following Him. That's not why we are serving Him. We're serving Him because of who He is. We don't need to, He doesn't need to give us my daughter, my child doesn't, I don't need to give my child money before He call me daddy. I'm his daddy or I'm her daddy. So it's not until the blessing come before we worship God. We worship God for who He is. And so the more you worship God for who He is and you have a change from inside, then you stay with His word, then there's a transformation that goes on. And this thing does not happen overnight. There's no magic about this. There's no magic about this. Every Christian, every believer in the Christian faith have a process. There's a process. You don't become, you don't change to be like Christ overnight. It's a process. So if somebody is saying he's a gospel artist and he's not living the life, well, maybe he has not had a change from inside. Maybe, and maybe he's just changed from inside and he still need to go through the process of studying and learning the principles of Christ, which will change you on the outside over the time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not a magic. And so that is why we have all of those frictions. I am still walking with the Lord. He's still changing me. He's still working on me up till now. Over the years, over years I've been in the faith. There are still things I go to Him and I say, Lord, change me, Lord, help me. And then He's helping me. There's some things I've matured over the years. There's some things I'm still crying to Him to help me to mature over. So it's not going to happen overnight. There's no magic about this thing. We leave the main thing. We do not have time to study, to search the scripture. Most of the time, we crave for the charisma. We don't take time for character. Most of the time, we go for charisma, and that is what is not helping us. Most of the emphasis in our song supposed to drive toward character, not just charisma. And the teachings and the different gatherings should be driving toward character, not charisma. Every time I cry to God, help me, change me, help me, make me a better person, make me a better Christian, make me a better person in my society. Every now and then I hang around with the secular musicians, but they know that I am a Christian. I don't need to even tell them that I'm a Christian. They can tell it that I'm a Christian. So it's the life you live. And this life that you live begins from inside. If you have not had an encounter, there's no magic about it. That beginning from the inside starts from there. Then when you begin to study and live the word of God, then there's a change gradually. There's a change gradually over the year, the change gradually to be like Christ. So those are the problem. I believe my own view. That's the problem.
Why the music today is not still long like the music before?
Well, it depends on who is writing, why he's writing, for what purpose he's writing. Sometimes God may inspire you to write for a purpose. I mean, for a short time. That writing a song for a short period may not be for a long time. It depends on the purpose of the song. Then another thing is that most people nowadays are commercial driven. Everybody want to sell. Of course, we want to sell music, but the focus should not be commercial, or that should not be the focus should be impact first. The focus should be influence first, not commercial's purpose. You sell definitely, but the focus should not be commercial purpose. So because most of the writers are commercially driven, so they are just selling. Now see, a song can be selling now but may not sell in the next 10 years. But a song may not be selling now. A song may not be selling now, but in the next 30 years, little by little, the song is still selling. And I'm going to use my song Prophecy as an example. I'm not yet very big, well, but as the years is rolling, over the year, this is a song that I wrote in 2012. And up to today, if I play it and I perform it in any gathering, you think as if I just wrote it 2021. Because of the way, the motive behind the writing, not commercial purpose, to make impact, to influence in the society positively, to encourage somebody. And no matter what you are going through now, there's joy coming in the morning. No matter what you're going through, hold on. The whole world can testify to that. The whole world can tell you that we are going through a very difficult time right now. All over in Europe, Africa, America, South America, Australia, everywhere. Everybody's going through a very difficult time right now. But I can assure you that joy is coming in the morning. Joy is coming. I'm very sure of that. So that was the motive behind the song, to encourage somebody that no, don't give up. Joy is still coming. No matter what is, joy is coming. So if you have that in mind, you will always impact somebody in 20 years, in 10 years, 30 years time. Not just to shake booty.
No, thank you very much, Finayon. I like what you said there, and I like that explanation. Thank you very much to come out to be part of this show today, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be on this broadcast as well. Before I let you go, we speak. We mentioned so much on prophecy. Which of your song again that's also like prophecy that make it to the limelight?
Okay, there are a lot of songs that I've been writing over the years, and a lot of songs. But in the EP that I'm putting out, there are about 2 coming out: Finayon 1 and then Finayon 2. The prophecy is one of the song. Then we have another one. I took a song from India because I worship in the Indian community's church. Of course, just my pastor. My pastor is an Anglo-Indian. He's partly Indian and English. So there's a song we've been singing here is in Hindi. So you were playing it before now. That was the song we were playing for now. It's called Hallel. It's another lovely song. I sang in Fon, then I sang in French. I spoke Fon and I spoke French. The chorus part is just Hallelujah, Hallelujah. That's one lovely song. Then there's another song in the EP that is called Mise. Mise is in Fon, that is to lift up the name of Jesus. An amazing song, great upbeat tempo song. And that's another. They're all lovely songs. They're lovely. Misery is another song, and now you have another Wonder. I sent you the song also. Then a couple of songs like that in the EP. So not just prophecy. They are lovely songs in the. You can. Sometimes it's hard to say which I love best among them. They are all lovely, good songs. Yeah.
Okay, now this is the very good aspect that we actually put this together for. And it's time for you to sell the products. It's time for you to let people know where they can get your music, where and how they can get your music. Okay, so let's put it on the spotlight. You are now on the spotlight, some of your songs. Where can people come across your song? On social media, how can people find you? If you want to release your number, you feel free to do that. If you don't want to, that's okay. But
no, you can
put your
you can put it out.
Let people know where they can get your song.
I can put out my on all social media right now. If you go to Google Audio, just type Finayon on Google. The songs we just display on Google. Then you can download the audio. We're actually working on the videos. We have not finished working on the videos because of the COVID-19's restrictions. We've not been able to do video shoot the way we really want to do video shoot. So we just put out audios online for the meantime. So you go to Google, just type Finayon on Google, then you see the display of this prophecy, Mise, new season, Wonder, beautifully made. And that song is beautifully made. Beautifully made is an amazing song. It's a woman celebrating the woman, the virtue in the woman. That is talking about the virtuous woman, book of Proverbs 31 verse 10. So lovely songs, all with display for you to download online. Just go to Google and just type Finayon. Yeah. Then
Okay, thank you very much. We have continue.
On Instagram is a Finayon Afrique, Finayon Finayon, then Afrique AFRIQ, Finayon Afrique on Instagram. Then of course Facebook, Finayon Patrice, Finayon Patrice on Facebook, and then my Twitter, Finayon Official. Then on YouTube, I think Finayon Official also. So Finayon began once you type Finayon on any of the social media handle, you see my works. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone listening to us. You can get Finayo on all social media. Go out there, go and download his music. That is why we put him on the spotlight. Support his career. Let's support ourselves. This is the time that Africa needs to support ourselves. We need to buy Africa, list in Africa, worship in Africa, celebrate Africa. That is what we are on the Africa Portal Radio. Before I let you go, today is one of our very own birthday.
Oh yeah.
He's celebrating his birthday today. I wanted to make a shout out to Labos from your side, all the way to Labos. Is the owner of the company called Labos or Labode Ayebusi. So I wanted to make a shout out. His name is Olabode Ayebusi. So today is his birthday, and I want you to celebrate Ayebusi all the way from from Nigeria, all the way from Republic of Benin, all the way from Porto Novo. Let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him.
Okay.
So I leave it for you. Prove your musician.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Wow. Hip, 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 hip. Happy birthday, sir.
Hey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is a lot. That is a lovely one. That is a lovely one. Thank you very much. That is what we do on the African Portal. We celebrate ourselves. We put ourselves on the spotlight. We celebrate what we do. We celebrate Africa. We celebrate everybody globally. And we make sure that we portray the good side of our beautiful continent, Africa. And that is what we are doing to put you on the spot, all the way from Porto Novo, Republic of Benin to Nigeria. And the voice has been hear me. It's been all over the world. People are listening to you in America, in London, everywhere in the world. Your name is there, Finayo, and everybody can see, they can feel it. So those of you listening to us, go to the YouTube, go and download this music. I want about 30,000 people to download that music before the end of the day, and go and support him as well. He's also a good musician, and I mean, he's doing well for himself, a gospel singer indeed. Please tell me, some people are asking this question, if they want to learn music, can they come to you? Then do you normally do a kind of, maybe they have a party, a birthday party, a wedding, and stuff like that? Do you also play there as well? Give them the number they can call if you do that.
My number is the plus, that's the Nigeria code, plus 234, then 8094 100 788. Again, plus 234 8094 100 788. I teach music. I didn't talk much about that aspect. I teach music to so many. I have piano class, I have voice class, I teach voice, I teach piano, different classes, and then most of my students are, I think I sent you some of the pictures of my students, the Lebanese here in Lagos, Nigeria, the Indians here in Lagos, and some Nigerians, and then most of my students. So my students right now, they're in Canada, some are in Sweden, some are in India, some are in US, some are in the UK. So they are doing very well, most of my students. So I teach music, and then I take piano class, I take voice class, and then I also do weddings. I go for wedding, I perform in weddings. I have songs that I wrote for couples nights. I perform in couple nights and then weddings and so on. So you are welcome anytime. Anyone that wants to call me, even if you want me to leave Africa or travel to the US, here I am.
Great, great. No, that is why we put you on the spotlight. So anyone that want to learn piano, you want to learn music or voicing or whatever, call Finayon. He's on the spotlight now. Support his music career, support his ministry. That is why we put him on the spotlight. Let Africa start embracing ourselves. Let us invest on people. Let us invest are using for something that is not going to give you results. Why don't you use it on something that will give you results? Why don't you support somebody's career? Why don't you take someone from zero to something, from zero to hero? Please, let's do that. Support Finayo is on the spotlight on the African Portal Radio TV International. Finayo, it is a great pleasure to have you on this
Thank
broadcast this
you, thank
hour.
you, thank
What
you.
should people be expecting from you in time, and where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Wow. Wow. Very soon we are going to put out a lot of songs are coming out. Both audio and videos are going to be released very soon, online on YouTube and all the social media platforms. We're going to make use of putting out the Finayon 1 and then Finayon 2. We're going to put out the music, both the prophecy and all other tracks that are going to be released one by one, and the EPs, then the videos as well. And then I'm going to be having Finayon tour. We're going to be touring Africa, and then we're going to be touring the UK and then the US as well, and maybe as well as India, hopefully by God's grace. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, great, 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 great. So that is where you see yourself in the next coming 10 years.
By God, by the grace of God, by the grace of God. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very, very much for coming out to be part of this show. We really appreciate and we say thank you. A lot of people have helped you. A lot of people have been part of your life. You want to shout out to them this time like this. It's time for you to also use the opportunity to shout out just 2 or 3 people in 1 minute. Then we call it a day.
Wow, I'd like to give a big shout out to Isaac Daniels, Isaac Evan Daniels, Isaac the Elder Daniel, Elder Isaac, and then a big shout out to, of course, my mama, Bukola Olubono of the Oyigigi fame. She's an amazing woman. She has really influenced me so much. She's an amazing woman, great woman. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming out. I hope if we call on you again, you will be very happy to be on the Portal Radio.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Your song will be on the spotlight for today that will be playing on our radio for people to listen to. Thank you very much. The African Portal is home for all. So get as many people to run. Let's do it together. Together we can make Africa great again. God bless you. Be a blessing and continue to enjoy God's blessing. See you again. Bye for now. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, joining us. This will be the end to this broadcast. But before we go out of this broadcast, let's quickly go to our marketing department. Let's quickly play a few of our product. Let's quickly celebrate. Let's go to the marketing aspect of this broadcast. Let's hear from some of our sponsors and some things that we have for you, some information we have for you. Let's enjoy.
Mathematics digital textbook cap compliant. You will get over 6 video lessons that cover all the topics in grade 11 and 12 mathematics. Also include exercises and actual exam. They have a clear explanation that mentally builds your confidence in maths and problem solving. This self-study tool is also critical in developing self-learning skills that are compulsory at tertiary level. All these come in a form of USB, which can be your PC, laptop, and Android phones. It does not require internet connection, meaning it could be used in any part of the country would like their children in grades 11 and 12 to improve and perform brilliantly in mathematics, the higher institute of learning and beyond. It is indeed an investment toward the future of your children. It is sold for a 350 USB and 400 Rand only for Type C USB. You can WhatsApp us on 07161950 should you need to buy for yourself or for your child. You will never regret you did.
You will never. This is another big opportunity called Dig Edu. 12 that they already put all them play the mathematics. They are. It doesn't need for the laptop is 250 and goes on like that. So that we just play for you. Please go and 33584. That is the number to call. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very, very much. Let's celebrate this man before we step out of this.
To you, Oba Olabode Ayebusi, wish you are celebrating your birthday today. Celebrate this special day with you. We wish you long life and prosperity. Happy birthday to you! Hooray!
Very much. We wish Olabode Ayegbusi birthday. This will be the end to this broadcast. Thanks to everyone that have joined us. Let's enjoy. See you again tomorrow by the grace of God. Yomi Droladipo will be on this program tomorrow. African podcast, and also join us on relay on Nigeria on your radio. King FM 103.9 FM tomorrow. That show is going to be an exclusive show. So join it, enjoy it, share it, love it. Dudu Yemi Oreke will dish it out to you tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for being part of this show. And we'll see you again by the grace of God. Enjoy the rest of is a goodbye from us from the bye.
You're the God of the city, for the hopeless. You are the light in this darkness, for the helpless. Great you are. There is no one, there is no one like our God. Greater things is yet to come. Greater things still to be done in the city. Greater things is yet to come. Greater things
is still to be done in the city. You're the God of the city. You're the God of this people. The hope for the hopeless. You are the light in the darkness. Hope that the helpless. There is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. Greater thing, still to be done in the city. Greater things is yet to come. Greater things still to be done in the city. Still to be done in the city. Greater things is yet to come. Greater things is yet to come. Greater things still.